by the fire gave the tale of 5 steadfast adventurers as they explore the mysterious isles of Dakatur. Join us on the Swordcast Adventures.
We grow ever closer to the Unicorn's Glade. If all goes as it should, we will have some of the answers we seek within a few days. Emerald, our guide through the Great Wood, leads us to the village of Elmsdeep, home to a tribe of Furbolg druids that protect Elwyn and the land, just as the land and Elwyn protect them. Along the way, we find elven ruins, perhaps some long-forgotten bastion dedicated to My Lady of the Forest. Eventually, we make it to the village. I plead our case to the Council of Elders, and as they withdrew to discuss our intentions to meet with Elwyn the Unicorn, the village came under attack. Withered elven corpses wielding magic, murderous evil fae creatures, bird-beaked floating monstrosities. We join the fray, Domicia at my side. Find out what happens next this week on the Swordcast Adventures.
But I'm ready. Whenever you guys are, let us get back to it. As you find yourself now, Amelia, hexing the previous baddie that was across the way, the undead caster that stood to hex our barbarian. We now go to the top of the round as once again a flash emanates out from the back of the longhouse. You hear the call from the archdruid, just like, "Quickly now! Follow me!" Coming out of there as well, and more people flood in around you, Amelia. But again, the longhouse seems to not be filling. Just people seem to be moving into it. Which finishes his turn, bringing it to Metolius. Metolius, you are on the board. What are you doing, sir? You find yourself now standing, flanking a small, gnarled individual. These red caps, iron boots, gnarled, long, scythe-like weapon in their hands. It looks back and forth between you and Rain, and kind of feverishly ready to attack. What do you do?
I say in Sylvan to it, not today, you bloodthirsty beast. And I swing at it with the Claw of Talos.
Swing.
16.
Does
I
flanking matter?
Oh, what?
Flanking?
Yes.
You do have
Yeah.
advantage.
21.
21. 21 hits.
Excellent. How injured is it? Does it look particularly injured?
It is not.
Oh. I believe I'll smite the beast with a level 1 spell slot.
Do it.
Okay. That is 9 slashing, 3 lightning, and 9 radiant.
9 slashing, 3 lightning, and 9 radiant?
Yeah,
To 21 altogether?
21, yeah.
Okay, the creature screeches out as your blade cuts deep into it.
And
A loud, just like, zap almost, like that shuddering sound of electricity runs through its body. You see it arc off of its iron boots and land into the ground.
I swing again.
Do it.
27.
27 hits.
Here's my character sheet. It's got my spell slots all marked up on it. I will smite it again at a second level. $11 slashing and 12 radiant. Ugh, I rolled medium.
The creature once again screeches out, barely able to hold itself up anymore.
You should have never signed on with this lot, I say on Sylvan again, and that's the end of my turn.
Got it. Bringing it to... Okay. Grimtug, as you rush forward, your back still to the longhouse, to the buildings around it, to the growing darkness that has like erupted out of nothing. As you tried to just demolish this creature that seemed to just dissipate without any form or physicality. But then you hear this kind of odd moaning behind you, words that you don't quite understand, ancient text. And I would like you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Coming at my wisdom.
Coming at you, wisdom.
Oh, that is an 8. I'm rolling good wisdom saves, guys.
You feel your body stiffen as you are now paralyzed.
How am I supposed to kill Elduin if I can't move? This is bullshit. I got things to do.
Hey.
I have things to do and elves to kill.
They're fucking with my day plans.
You hear, I would say that Metolius... Eldon, do you speak Sylvan as well?
I do.
Both of you hear this creature's raspy voice call out in Sylvan from a direction that neither of you exactly can see, but you hear it call out, "Master, he is still." As it ends its turn upon that, bring it to Grimtuck's turn. Grimtuck, you being paralyzed, all you can do is make another wisdom saving throw for me.
Come on, something that's more than like an 8 that I've been rolling. Nothing. I got a 4 on that one, so it's a 6.
Okay. Your body still feels still and held in place. Your axe doesn't even feel heavy, for nothing is moving.
And that dissipates my rage, I imagine, unless I can re-rage.
Not at this turn. Yeah.
Wait, no, so my rage ends, but I can initiate a new rage, right? If I just want to burn one to stay raging.
But you have to do it as a bonus action and you're paralyzed.
What?
Do you just not get a bonus action if you're paralyzed?
I mean, I
You
can't
don't get
move.
an you don't get a
or
turn.
bonus action.
But I
You
think
get nothing?
I figure a rage is just in my head. Like,
Yeah, no, you do have to take a bonus action.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, then I am no longer raging.
Boo.
I thought just like I figured I could just rage in my sleep if I wanted to.
But you're not paralyzed.
Just
in your
sweating. Just mad. Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
The creature, then now between the two of you, Rain and Metolius, stands there. Well, actually, first and foremost, you all hear the sound of water being kind of splashed as heavy iron boots pull their creators into the river that runs between this village.
Question.
Answer.
Because I have a weird crown on my head and I'm paralyzed. Would that be 2 separate wisdom saves?
It would
or
be
all
2
six?
separate wisdom saving throws.
Okay, cool. Should I roll another one?
Sure, do it.
Okay, cool.
I haven't
Let's
really
watch
done-
me fail at a new one, guys.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
The crown dissipates.
All right, cool. No more fashion accessory. Yeah.
But you now hear the sound of padding iron boots as they tromp their wielders and wearers into water. After that,
They scared.
the Skurd,
They scared of me.
they skirt at you and they run. And but that creature, this vile little, I need to get a new case. This vile little, just fae that sits in between Rain and Metolius, bleeding from multiple wounds Metolius has just enacted upon it.
I believe he enacted some upon me in the previous round.
Oh yeah, so it's even. He stares, he whips around and stares at you, Metolius, wide-eyed and wild, as he throws his wicked sickle towards you.
Oh man, I was hoping he was gonna shin
Wickle?
kick.
His wickle!
Wicked
Dat
sickle.
wickle!
It's a whittle wickle.
Misses with the first one. Misses with the second one.
Shin kick.
That's a 21 to hit.
My AC is 22 with Shield of Faith up, which
Boom.
I cast last time.
No shin kicks for you.
No shin kicks.
Nope.
No. And as he does,
He's like tap dancing
the
off my
first
shield.
two just swing wide, his wounds paining him as he does, flopping down, his sickle landing into the ground with a sick thud. But he finally wheels it up just enough, but it slides across your shield. You hear that high-pitched ring out, but dealing nothing to you. On the other hand, after that is done, our favorite little fleshy beasts of the brain variety.
Oh, the Grells.
What are we talking about?
The cosplay Grells.
The first turns its attention upon one of the creatures running towards the longhouse and tries. It swings out its tentacles.
Indiscriminate slaughter.
Yeah.
Commence.
Swings out its tentacles, missing once. It dodges out of the way. The second time, the creature just jumps forward. As it does, and the tentacles just lash against the ground. It misses completely. Finally, the second one, seeing the danger of the archers that have been trained upon it, start to float towards you all.
Rat Force.
You see the slight arch of this fleshy, brain-like just head seem to peek just over the top of the roof in front of you, Alduin, as it seems to float towards you.
Mm-hmm. Bring it, Brainy.
It is. It has been broadened. It will be broadened.
brained.
It has not been brained yet. We're getting there. We're working on it. Elduin, speaking of, it becomes your turn.
This growl that's coming towards me, I would like to shoot it with an arrow.
Okay, shoot with an arrow.
Let's see. Do I want to do anything special with it?
Put a little bow on it. A little heart arrow, like Cupid.
This could potentially be fun. So I'm gonna shoot it with sharpshooter.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
Wow. All right.
Didn't expect that.
It's a really fleshy, squishy thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's gross, but man, it's soft.
I didn't have my thing ready.
Hashtag softboy.
Okay, that happened.
It happens a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so it takes 13 magical piercing and 5 cold damage.
So, boom, 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 boom.
And then I'm going to shoot it again
As well you should.
with sharpshooter,
Excellent.
which will certainly hit. I rolled this at 16 on the die.
Actually, the second one didn't. No.
Oh, you're so funny, God.
He's like a Borg. He switches up
that's
his defense.
eight-
Shit don't work twice.
18.
18
Oh,
points.
sorry. I missed my modifier, so +5 to the first one
Okay.
and 23 to this one.
Okay. So, effectively, just an extra 28 points of damage to this creature. Got it. Yeah, you see the fleshy sack of brain material just kind of deflate in as it's stuck by its arrows one after another. Almost like if you hit the middle of a sheet, it like pulls in for a second.
Mm-hmm.
As the shafts of the arrow stick out of it. It makes this terrifying kind of screeching noise.
Mm-hmm.
It still stands though.
Mm-hmm. Does it stand?
It can, but it's not right now.
Yeah, it's floating.
It
I thought
can.
so.
It floats on.
It floats on.
It has not dipped in its, point of elevation. Anything else, Eldon?
I bare my teeth at it.
Good. Excellent.
Bare teeth. Feeling it. It's a Grimtuck move.
Is kind of a Grimtuck move. Okay, the next you hear the sound of arrows being knocked and fired as the twang of bowstrings are loosed. Let's see, we got ourselves hits. 2 hits. Ooh. And 3 hits. So, just a volley of arrows go over yours and Emerald's head as the archers that have joined in from the druid tribe fire upon these creatures. You see them arc over you, and many of them hit their mark. As we are going to deal a damage. Didn't think so. So that is perfect. That is 10, 14, 18 points of damage to the Grell that you were just shooting with an arrow. Awesome. And once again, that screech rains out but is cut off quickly as the final arrow connects with the brain material, and it just crumples, deflates, and falls to the ground, splashing. The other one takes a total of 6, 7,
Last hit stealer.
8. Kill stealer. That's what you do. And it's 8 plus. So that's 20 points of damage as arrows rain at the one on the far side of the watchtower. Once again, that same screech echoes out, but it still sits hovering in its position. And that's bringing it to Emerald's turn, who takes the opportunity to try and finish off this creature. He is going to also fire 2 arrows towards it. With a 5. He hits it once as it dips just slightly into view with a total of 6 points of damage to it. It still hangs in the air, but it is not looking good, as now it sits with 4 arrows stuck into its brain mates. Finishing up to Rain.
Would you say it has a headache?
Oh, I'd say
Well-
it has a migraine. Splitting headache, actually.
Splitting headache?
Yeah.
I will be
Suffering from brain damage.
I will be attacking this red
One
cap
of them
between
is
me and
brain
Metolius. We're still flanking, right?
You are
we're-
still flanking.
Okay.
Oh,
Excellent.
why would I do such a thing? My friend Rain is right there to support me in battle. I mean, Domicia.
Whatever.
Don't dead name our rogue.
That would be a natural 20.
That would be a natural.
That would be a
20.
natural
Pokey
20.
poke.
So wait,
Oh,
with the
boy.
new crit rules, do I also max my
No, you just
Just the original
the
damage
weapon.
die.
Okay, so I max the original damage die, but I do get to roll my sneak attack twice?
You double your sneak
Yeah.
attack. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You need D6s.
I'll just roll. I have 5, I'll roll them twice. Oh yeah, so then let's see. So D 8
It's gonna be a disgusting amount of dice.
8 plus 7. So that is 15.
Plus just all of them.
15, 16, 18, 21, 27, 32.
And again.
32, 34, 39, 45, 48,
Jesus.
51, plus 5 is 56 damage.
+1 because your rapier is actually a +1 rapier.
Oh yeah!
57.
57 damage, please.
Word.
All piercing.
You might want to note that on your thing.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So-
I may have missed out on a damage or two over the course of time.
You see Rain find a way to
Shish
dodge.
kebab this thing.
Well, find a way to dodge behind it for just a moment, hidden by its tall red cap, its namesake. But then you see this long, thin blade stick right out of its chest as she raises it off the ground, and in one fluid motion just yanks it out. The creature crumbles to the ground.
Cool.
I
That's
told
fine.
you picked the wrong team, mate.
You backstabbed it.
That's fine.
I'm into it.
I had another image in my head, but it's fine.
I'm sorry.
You never asked me how I want to do it.
They're married, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Padoon.
If you couldn't tell.
Anything else, David?
No, it's fine. It's dead.
Well, you do have other.
Is there anything else around that I can start running towards that I
Yes,
can
there's
see?
the other. There's the other caster that just seemingly cast something upon Grimtuck, which you don't know exactly what that is.
Well, I don't even think you can see me. So.
Yeah,
She
like,
can see.
can I
you.
see
Oh.
it? Okay.
Can we see the map one more time?
Yeah.
On this, can Team Red Cap see the?
Can Team Red Cap. Okay, so wait, we are.
We're here. There's Grimtuck being held.
So then there's that guy?
Yeah. You can see him too. I can't see him, but you can.
Okay. Yeah, I will signal Metolius after this one's dead. I will signal Metolius and be like, there's another one over here, and then I'll start running in that direction.
More
Hoping-
enemies to smite,
yeah,
you say?
hoping that
I'd be delighted.
my partner in battle will follow me. And I will run, like, I have the speed. I will run up to the other one within 5 feet.
Okay.
The other red cap?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, no. This is the red caps are.
One of the caster.
Got
Oh,
nice.
right.
The red caps are gone. This is a caster. This is a very interestingly dressed skeletal figure.
Rad.
Yeah. But you're just running up to him?
I mean, yeah. Like, I want to be flanking by the time Metolius gets over there. So, yeah. Actually, I'll even, if I have the movement, I'll go around the other side so Metolius can just come up on it.
It's right there.
Yes.
Got
yes.
it. Okay, yeah. You do have the movement and you do get around. So Rain rushes around. This creature sees you run around but is unable to follow exactly all of your movement as you get behind it. Fuck this thing.
Just stop.
Just let it lie. Just let it lie.
But that brings it to the creature that was holding Grimtuck. Turns now, hearing his fellow call out, seeing your still form standing there, throws a hand out and whispers something and fires this black and almost smoke white bolt from its hand.
Bring it.
towards you.
Yep.
Hold on.
Hit me with your advantage shot.
Hit me with
Yeah.
your advantage shot.
do
Fire
the thing.
away. Well, that is a 24.
That hits. That hits
Yeah.
amazing.
That'll do.
That'll do it.
do. And that is a total of... That's 10, 17, 20 points of necrotic damage.
Woo! Not
And-
raged, so it's not reduced.
Yeah. And then you have to make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh, I'm no good at those.
And you also don't have advantage on them either.
I know this.
Actually, wait 1 sec. Paralyzed creature automatically fails strength saving throws.
Wait, who does?
Paralyzed creatures.
Paralyzed creatures.
Holy shit! All right, so
You feel this bolt hit you in the back,
ugh.
and you see these odd black, almost electricity wrap around you. Then it turns into tendrils that shoot into the ground and hold you still in place.
Oh yeah, that's gonna fucking last real long. Once I'm out of this shit, I'm gonna.
They've got Shadow Jutsu. Watch out.
I know, right?
Shikimaru.
I did get Shikamaru'd. That's exactly what happened to me.
It's my favorite character in Naruto. That's why. But it brings it to Amelia's turn. The creature does seem to dart around the building, slightly out of the view of, into the view of Elduin, Amelia, and Emerald, but out of the view of Grimtuck, who is not looking and is blanked. He seems to run around and get to behind one of the buildings.
Is that the one that
the
Rain
one that
was
he-
engaged with?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
The one that Rain was engaged with is still there. The
Okay.
one that you has done all of this stuff to you just decides to break for it towards the back of the building it's standing next to.
Dick move.
Yeah, well,
I'm into it.
got it. Amelia, your turn. What you do?
What you do?
Amelia's going to reach out and try and blast this fucker again that has her restrained, since
Got
she
it.
can't move. Oh, that's disadvantage on attacks, though.
Well,
right?
and also you can't see him. He runs around the side of the building out of your sight now. Sorry.
Oh, sorry,
So-
I misheard. I thought you said he ran into my
Nope.
sight.
He goes from your sight,
Got
which
it.
you can see it, to out.
So all I can see is Grells at this point.
all
and
you
I
can
can't
see
move,
is Grells, and yeah, that's it. And you
All
can't
these
move.
growls.
and I have disadvantage on attack.
Grells
And
is
you
the
can
roll.
shoot. You could shoot at the red caps trying to drown themselves. I'd give you. You already had disadvantage, so it's like knock one out of the fear. Make it more interesting.
Well,
What's restraining you?
The
He's
same
also
thing
shadow jutsu.
Yeah, okay.
the same thing that's restraining you, sir.
yep.
How many fucking spells can these guys concentrate on?
This is
Something else.
enough spells. That's how many you can
Bastards.
concentrate on.
A wizard concentrates on precisely as many spells as he intends.
We all know that's not the case. Sometimes they fuck up.
Well, if Amelia can't, there's nothing like super close to me, right? They're all
There's
like,
nothing super close to
at least 40 feet off.
Yeah.
In that case, Amelia's just gonna try and break out of this if she can.
Got it.
Hulk hands.
I tried that already. I don't have them on.
That would be
Strength check, I'm assuming.
strength saving throw.
Saving throw.
Yep.
That's just regular saving throw though. It's not a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, it's not a disadvantage.
It's a 13.
13 does not make it.
Figured.
You feel your arms go hard against the tendrils, but you're unable to break them.
You all at that point would then just hear Amelia like scream out in frustration. And that's
Got
my
it.
turn.
Got it. Top of the round. Ooh, what am I gonna do?
Got all your toys to play with.
I do have a lot of toys to play with at the moment. I'm sorry.
No, take your time. Those are good moments as a DM. When you actually get to play smart enemies, it's fucking fun.
Just leave it.
I just don't want you guys to see.
That's
We're not
all
looking,
I'm not
bro.
looking. That ruins all the fun.
Damn, guys.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know how you're gonna try to kill me.
Your secrets aren't that important.
Wow.
Bold move,
Wow.
Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him.
I love you.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see.
That's a good answer.
Don't go to bed angry, honey.
So behind you, Amelia, you feel the hand, and then this the archdruid pushes past you. Seemingly, you see his eyes close and then go this beautiful, brilliant white as well. And then his head turns straight towards where the creature ran off to, and he points out his hand, his staff, and he goes, "I'm done with this." And you see him say words in... Actually, does anyone speak giant?
Nope.
Nope.
Negative.
You
No,
you
not this
hear
campaign.
these odd, garbled tones, but they seem to be a chant of some kind. And as they do, he moves his hands, and then from behind the building, you see flames start to erupt. And then you hear a scream of that raspy voice. Do 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 do.
For the kids at home, what spell is he casting?
Firestorm.
Oh,
shit.
Okay.
All right.
You hear him now in his common state. You may not have any more lives. As he does, it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Which it has
Disadvantage on because
disadvantage because of hex.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought- is it ability checks or saving throws?
Oh, you might be right. I think
it's
it is
it's ability
checks.
checks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind.
Got
Got
it
excited
rolled.
for a second.
Yeah.
It rolled a 10.
I wish.
It's fine. It didn't make it. So now 7d10.
Oh,
It's the 7th level spell.
It is a 7th level spell.
Archdruid.
7, 14,
An A10 warthog.
17.
Good luck killing an archdruid ever.
18.
With the unlimited polymorphs.
I think he's attacking one of the casters.
He's attacking
The
the
head
head
guy.
the guy that had been
The head.
hexing our
And-
friend,
And
had
who
been
blasted
hexed by
me in the
Amelia,
back.
and has now restrained both of your companions.
Great.
Yeah,
Total dick.
he's kind of a dick, guys.
I was hoping to kill him, but I think that's going to be handled now.
I mean, I
It's
didn't
fine.
roll,
You know,
I didn't roll great.
There's always more people to kill.
I didn't roll great. I'm not gonna lie. But
The Song of the Murder Hobo.
but this guy does seemingly take a total of 34 points of damage, which is great. You then see this kind of glow of flame behind the building as it does.
Does he have to make a concentration check to keep me paralyzed?
That's not the one that's got you
Damn it.
paralyzed.
Nope.
That's the one I'm about to
To F up?
Yep.
introduce him to my axe.
Okay.
Say hello to Talos for me.
Yep.
But as that happens, he kind of looks down and goes, "I will help you." That's the end of his turn, sadly. But he does seem to look down at your restraints and want to, a wish to assist when he can. Bring it to Metolius' turn. Metolius.
I can make it to this individual around the corner of the
5,
building.
10, 15. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you should be.
I will follow Rain's suit and I will run forth.
Forsooth?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And I'll just swing around neck level of this individual. And as I do so, I say, in Sylvan, I don't know where you came from, but it's time to send you back to the mud. I have advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
28.
This brings back sore memories for me.
What's that?
Back to the mud brings back sore memories.
Oh. R.I.P.
Sorry, one sec. What'd you get?
28 to hit?
28 to hit?
Yeah.
That hits.
Okay.
It's most things.
It does hit most things. I will... Man. I will pop a level 3 smite into him. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ashley Johnson.
Yeah. 15 slashing,
Got it.
1 lightning, and 14 radiant.
Taste the rainbow.
Yep.
I was thinking of it like when you eat all of the herbs that you have in Skyrim and you're just like, for like 1 second. Where you experience all the things at once.
Is that all you're doing for the
I have a second attack. I just wanted... I strike him around neck level. I don't kill him outright, obviously.
Natural 20s on his concentration check, though.
Oh, well then.
Damn.
So, yeah, you are still held.
That is what it is. See if we can do it again.
He still stands, but he's looking
Yep.
very...
I'll just lay into him again.
Oh, that's where that went.
19.
19 hits.
I will... Level 2 smite.
Got it.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a lot of-
15 plus 14 again, so 29 more points of damage.
Ooh, you like the juice?
Like a juice.
With a resounding just crack, this creature explodes into a pile of bones.
Ooh.
I think
Remove.
his concentration's broken.
Yeah. And you feel your body come back to
Motherfucker!
you. You are still restrained.
Oh, yeah. Just wrestling with tentacles.
Do I have any more movement left?
A classic problem.
Dude, it happens.
And did I see where the big bad duder went?
No. And you only have about 5 feet of movement left.
Was I able? So I didn't see him at all.
No.
In the
you haven't seen
entirety.
it at all in the
Okay.
whole thing.
I haven't seen him at all. Well, hell's bells. Okay. I think that I will move 5 more feet. I guess closer to Rain, and I'll say, "Are you hurt?"
Nope. I don't know if it goes right away, but nope.
Fortuitous. And then, shall we? And then that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Stab off into the sunset.
Just walking off in the sunset, just
Roll
knifing
out.
Bringing it to Grimtuck's turn.
Grimtuck is absolutely going to rage again.
Yeah. I
'cause
figured.
Yeah.
That's going to
Yeah.
be the thing
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
And I am surrounded by black tentacles, black milky tentacles, I assume.
No, these ones aren't milky.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
definitely going to try to break this hold.
Got it.
Is that a strength check?
It is. It's a saving throw. It's strength saving throw.
Oh, well, like that. Let's see if a 23 will do it.
23 does do it.
Just break out of these fucking tentacles.
So it uses one of your actions.
Okay, so that's my action. It's not an attack action. That literally is just my action to break that.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will move in the direction of my foe.
You saw him go around the side of the building.
Okay, cool. I will move.
So you have to. So
Well, I'm going to go the long way around.
So
Try
this-
to cut him off.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going on the outside of the building.
How much movement do you have?
All the movement, 40 feet.
So you can get to the bottom side of the building. You haven't been able to make it around yet.
Okay, yeah, and barbarians don't have much in the way of bonus actions, so
Except raging.
yeah, well, I mean, I did that already. So yeah, that's my turn.
Got it. Okay.
Break through tentacles and then run off stomping.
No longer hear anything.
Tentacles make me so mad.
You no longer hear anything from the redcaps that are walking slowly into the bottom of this river, as they are now very much underwater, moving past their turn. We break into the final fleshy brain creature who tries to rush towards anything it can, but actually doesn't see much around, minus the long shot of come on, you get to it. There we go. It basically sees that Elduin and Emerald both stand there with arrows trained upon them, as well as the other archers. It has no close action to do it, and it just turns and starts to try to fly off, taking 60 feet, a dash action, to run away.
Float away.
So now it sets at about 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 60, so 125 feet from Elduin, and about that from Emerald, at the point of the end of its turn.
Great.
I got this, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, ain't nothing that new, but I just want to let you know. 125 feet. Speaking of, Elduin, it's your turn.
You're gonna no look it.
So yeah,
360, no scope.
So I have a question.
I have an
My
answer.
DM ruling. So
Sure.
I have an arcane shot that where the target rolls a saving throw to determine if it can get hit or not.
Okay.
Can I sharpshooter that?
So, as in, if you sharpshooted it, it would reduce its...
Well, so I take a penalty to my attack action
Yeah.
on it for sharpshooter.
But it rolls to see if it hits it.
But this one's just a saving throw, right?
This one's just a saving throw
so there's
instead.
no plus to hit.
It's not...
I think sharpshooter says when you make a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Ah.
It...
Okay.
I mean, but still shoot it with your cool magic arrow. That sounds badass.
Well, actually, wait a minute. I think
you
the
have
way
to-
this works. The way
don't you
this-
have to
sorry,
hit
So I have to
to-
hit in order to trigger the arcane shot. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
okay.
right. So I do still.
You
so
still
I can
get your
do
sharp-
both. The
The save.
The sharpshooter would affect your hit and effectively...
I can still see line of sight to this thing, right?
Yes.
We'll figure this out later. Great. I'm just gonna shoot regularly.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Dude,
Alright,
You gonna shoot it regular?
regular, au natural.
Oh,
regular
yeah.
sharpshooter.
You don't even
Regular
have to
bow,
roll. It's
regular
just gonna-
bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, over 20.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 23.
Damn.
Oh no, that's with sharpshooter. You did regular shot, I thought.
With sharpshooter, I got a 23.
Oh.
Oh, good damn.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, without sharpshooter, it's just like a yawn and close your eyes and hit him anyway.
Yeah.
Just be like, just boink.
I would have hit a 20.
You fire it under your leg, just,
Yeah.
for, just to look
Yep.
cool.
25 points of damage altogether.
As the creature rushes to try to get away, you see Elduin level a shot upon it and loose an arrow, and in one fell swoop, the creature almost deflates like a balloon. As he does, it crumbles to the ground, a messy mass of just gross, as it falls down.
What else can I shoot?
Right now,
What else can I shoot?
Whatever you want, apparently.
Yeah, apparently, whatever the fuck needs to get shot within 600 feet.
That's the idea.
you saw the high caster run behind the building. You would have to seemingly get around the side to be able to see him. He ducked out of sight.
Okay.
So
Wow.
you could move if you wanted to, but you'd have to move to see him. You'd also jump on top. Like, you're high enough next to the building to vault yourself on top if you wanted to get a higher vantage point.
I'm just gonna use it. So I'm reading it now, and it says you don't make an attack roll. That thing needs. I'm just gonna shoot the seeking arrow. I would like it. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah, right?
Got it.
Just straight up in the air.
It's like the blue shell from Mario Kart.
Yeah.
What was your DC?
15.
No, it did not make it.
All right, my arrow with the aid of divination magic glows with like a blue pulse as it and shoots around the corner and hits this guy.
Got it.
I just want to hear him curse. You're like, what the shit? Thinking he's so slick.
Well, that could have been better. So it takes 8 points of piercing and 2 points of force damage.
Word.
That's cool. That's a cool arrow.
Doesn't it do your cold damage since you're technically shooting an arrow?
That was my second shot of the turn.
Oh, that's true.
But I learn its location.
Yeah, it is.
It's over there, yo.
It's
Sure is.
about 10 feet to the center of this building. It seems to be hugging the wall,
Okay.
trying to stay out of sight as best it can.
Yep. Well, I just got shot out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's a cool round for you.
It was good.
260 no scope.
No line of sight either.
Not knowing what exactly is happening and where any of the creatures are at the moment, the archers seemingly attend to anyone else, any other bystanders around. They seem to move them all into the longhouse. Anyone else still rushing around, they seem to run and try to bandage up wounds, taking their turn and basically roll medicine checks, trying to fix them. Bringing it to Emerald, who saw you do this. Elduin fire a shot and it curved around. On the other hand, Emerald does run forward just enough so he can take a look around the side. With bow drawn, he levels it to the creature who he now sees clutched against the wall itself to try to hold itself up and stay out of sight. So Emerald's going to take 2 attacks.
Is the orb of darkness is gone now?
The Orb of Darkness would be gone.
Okay.
Yes. Emerald makes 1 of the 2 attacks, I believe. +6. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Makes both of them. Boom. Go Emerald. He fires 2 arrows, and they ring true, as they do with a total of 10, 15 points of damage towards the creature. Another yelp comes from around the corner. This raspy, grotesque voice seems to start cursing out in Sylvan. Got it.
Can I hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Tarnishing words of skinning and flaying creatures.
I just want to determine its location.
Words that
personally.
would turn your turn your toes. At that point,
Not me, I
we bring
can't
it
be
to
frightened.
Rain. Rain, you heard the raspy voice of the creature far about 2 building lengths away from you, if not a little farther. But otherwise, you see the Archdruid standing outside. What do you do?
I guess. Wait, how far away was it that you said that I heard that?
It's about 2.5 building lengths away from you, pretty far.
So, like, it would take me, like, 2 turns worth of movement to get there, probably?
Probably. What's
Like,
your...
30. Like,
Well, yeah, but
regular
can't you
old-
dash as a bonus action?
Oh, I can dash as my bonus action, yes.
Yes, you can.
60. You wouldn't be able to get fully around the building. You'd be, like, right at the right at the corner
This turn?
this turn. With dashing and then using your movement.
Wait, and I can see one enemy?
Nope. There are
Like,
no more
there's-
enemies.
Oh, yeah, because, okay, yeah. Well, then I'm just gonna dash as my bonus
Oh, wait,
action.
actually, sorry, I forgot you moved too. You could actually get back there.
Yeah, because she can move 90 feet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just making sure that the
Rogues
wonderful
are broke.
rogues are broke, and I want to make sure that the wonderful flame storm that appeared there is not
Still there.
Still there, which it isn't. There is fire upon the building. The plant life, on the other hand, is untouched.
Druids, baby.
Druids, baby. But yeah, wait. Rain can move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. Yeah, you can make it 60, gets you to the corner, and then easily make it around the edge to see this creature.
But then I want to be able to attack this turn.
You'd have... No, because your bonus action gets you 60. Your movement gets you 30.
Oh, then my regular movement.
And then you can use your
Right.
action to actually attack it. Yes,
yeah.
you can.
I will do that.
Got it. I do that.
Is there anyone else around?
No,
No, so it would just be a straight attack.
it would be a straight attack.
I mean, I'm still gonna do it, but
Okay.
Yep. Just gonna do it.
Do it.
You chucking a knife or are you stabbing?
Stabbing.
Oh, nice. Right up on it.
Stabby McStabberson.
Oh, but I did already use my bonus action, so I can't bonus action disengage.
Nope.
Go for it.
Uh,
Fuck him.
He's a weak little skeleton wizard
Yeah, no,
man.
I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it.
Thing.
Nope. Oh no, maybe 16.
16
Plus
hits.
1, because you're rapier.
17
Oh,
hits.
it's already factored in.
Well, if your dex is 5 and our
16
proficiency
hits.
bon-
16 hits.
Okay.
Proficiency bonus 4, dex 5, plus 9.
Okay,
Oh,
plus
you're
10.
right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't make me call you
Anyway,
math
17.
Elias.
So that hits. So I mean, no sneak attack, so just a D8.
Matholius?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
11.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Nice.
11. 11
Yep.
points of damage?
Yes.
So yeah, you stab at the creature, catching it in the side. It takes it, and its skeletal face swings back around with eyes of hate upon you. Okay, well, is that all you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I'm doing.
Got it. So,
You were right. I was wrong. I thought our proficiency bonus was plus 5 for some reason.
as you remove the blade from the creature's gut, it seems to wheel around towards you, and then you see it chanting words. Long, drawn-out syllables and ancient text. As it does, you see its eyes glow, and then in a flash, it's gone.
Well,
Son of a bitch.
just like that, we're out of combat.
Wise.
Damn.
Sorry. Boop.
You scared it away.
Did it?
Just like that,
vamped?
as you see it, it looked at Rain, terrified, wanting to stay its unlife, and you see it disappear. In a quick flash, it's gone, leaving nothing around but a few bits of burning ember upon the building.
Grimtuck would
Is it within
be
600
really
feet of
quick
me?
behind.
Actually, it is.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
You notice now, Elduin, that I'm going to cut off the fight music because only you can effective it right now. but it seems to be about 500 feet out into the woods around this village.
Okay.
It had reappeared, and you once again get a good idea where it is. Dexterity saving throw.
15 to beat.
15 to beat. It doesn't beat it.
Okay.
Is this a delayed trigger a thing?
No, I'm casting another seeking arrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I forgot. I didn't even think you had that. I wouldn't have cut off the things
No
if you
worries.
did.
It takes 13 points of damage altogether. One of that is force, and I learn its location.
You know its location because
Yep.
you already knew it. But
Well, I mean, that was metagaming, that it was
Yeah.
within 600. I'm still firing the arrow, whether or not it's within 600 feet, and the arrow finds it for me.
yeah, it takes the hit. You now know how far away it is at 500 feet, and you feel that it's rushing away.
Okay.
How fucking humiliating. Be like, all right, I'm finally
Yeah,
out
I'm
of here.
absolutely firing that up. I'm firing that up into the air.
What keeps happening?
Yeah, and the arrow, and like,
It did not seem to fall to your arrow, as far as you can tell.
Technically, couldn't he see his range of 600? Couldn't he like shoot arrows in that general direction? Possibly.
I mean, I could be
I mean, the
running
problem
after
is-
it, but
If it's not an arcane shot, there's tree cover, so
Yeah.
he could
Oh,
try.
yeah, I guess that's
but
true.
I would even say like
Yeah,
it's gonna
it
have
is a-
heavy
I-
cover
that's-
plus
that
disadvantage.
was my last arcane shot.
Yeah.
At any rate, but I know where it is, and I'm going to inform my friends.
Okay.
It's over there.
Turn around the corner.
That's the way that it fled.
Where is it? What happened? Fucker.
It fled over that way.
Should we go get it?
It's pretty far.
Like,
Is there anything?
Somebody get me out of here!
oh, sorry. Sorry.
The
Sorry.
archdruid standing next to you goes, "Oh, I'm very sorry," and takes his staff and kind of slashes down at the tendrils. They disperse, leaving you unrestrained.
Shit.
Archdruid, is there any way we could make chase?
I am not sure. I must attend to the wounded.
What is the
Do
direction
we know
that it
where
fled?
he is?
It fled to the southwest.
Southwest. Is there anything of note to the southwest that might be good to know?
It is
More open forest. It's more also kind of the direction you guys came from.
Wait, you know where he is?
Yes.
Should we go after him?
He is very far away, unless you have some
Do you know
means
how
of
far?
magical speed. 700, 800 feet as of right now.
Is that true?
Around that,
I'm guessing. As of like 30 seconds ago, it was.
if it had
was
kept moving
500
at
feet
30
away.
seconds, plus running, plus dashing, I would say 700 is
I could-
out of the realm.
I could get us close, but I can only take one person with me.
I have some powers of speed left myself,
I can-
but
Definitely go too.
Do
Go-
we know
I
for sure that
mean,
there are no
if-
more foes to fight here?
go.
If we'd be
There's-
taking it by
Take
surprise.
Grimtuck.
You see the archdude. There
If
is
we would
no
be taking it
more.
by surprise, I could do a
around.
lot
I feel-
of damage.
no sensation of enemies around. The creatures in the water have fell as well.
Once Metolius says that to me, I reach out and I grab Grimtuck's arm and
I was about to be like, maybe you should take poof.
and I take my staff and I draw a circle in the air in front of me as a dimensional door opens up and I pull him through it.
Got it.
And I just go 500 feet in the direction that Elduin pointed.
Okay.
I mean, probably should have taken Elwin since he knows where it is, but we're already there. All right.
You're good at survival, bro.
Yeah, right. We got this.
You run faster than I do too.
That's very much true.
Okay.
Try to track this thing if possible.
I will help.
All right.
Metolius
Does that give
in
me-
the interim will help tend to wounded.
Does that
Got
give
it.
me advantage with the help?
Yeah.
That is a not natural 20.
You're able to figure out exactly. It's not trying to be stealthy. It it appeared around this area and is now just started crashing through the forest
Probably
to get
doesn't
away.
know that we're so close on it. It's this direction.
Then let's move.
All right. We're fucking moving after this thing.
Got it. Okay.
Splitting the party.
as we
splitting
run-
the party.
DMs live for this shit.
Yeah.
As we run, Amelia kind of kicks the bottom of her staff and flips it up into the air above her head and sticks her hands in the pockets of her backpack, puts on her gloves, and then catches it and keeps running.
Oh, fancy boy. Fancy lady.
Grimtuck, seeing this, holds out the fist for the obligatory fist bump.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was Arthur.
Hulk hands.
Hulk hands.
He's not wrong. Okay. As you begin rushing forward, dashing at each go, let me just make sure. I believe you equally dash.
It moves at a 40.
It doesn't move at 40.
Yeah, Grimtuck can overtake it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would start to pull away from Amelia too.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So Grimtuck, run. Let's say I'd like you to make 2 athletic checks. Amelia, I would like you to make 3 to try to keep up with Grimtuck as best as possible.
Okay.
Okay. I do have a +5 con mod, so if that does anything for dashing, I don't know if we're using those rules. But you said athletics check.
Yes.
That is a 23 for the first one. A 11 for the second. That one could be better. And 17 for the third.
Amelia got a 22 for her first one.
Woo!
Wait, you only needed 2.
Oh, never mind.
She got a 7 for the second one. And a 10 for the third.
So 22 for the first. So
Yep.
you keep pace pretty well at the first stint. Grimtuck does pull ahead a little bit, but you pale in comparison to the last 2. You're unable to keep tabs on him, and he bolts forward in that rage that he is just blinded by.
But I am also not trying to be stealthy. So
No, I know.
Leaving.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably pretty difficult for me to lose him if I'm just listening.
Oh yeah, you don't actually lose him. He's just ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
You just see trees falling behind this creature, just like one after another as Grimtuck's just like wheeling up and home running through them.
When it does get within sight, I imagine, because I'm not necessarily to try to overtake it immediately. When it does get in sight, I am throwing my Javelin of Lightning at it.
Okay. So, by the time you've made it now a full, just all 3 of those checks, like all 2 of those checks for you, you've now run hundreds of feet ahead of the game and well ahead of Amelia. And just as you turn the corner around this large old tree, you see the gaunt form of this, black dragon. Fuck it, no. Split the party again, motherfucker. No, what you do see is you see the gaunt, tattered figure of the caster that was attacking you prior. Make your move.
All right, so with the Javelin of Lightning, he needs to make a Dexterity saving throw,
Got it?
and I will.
If he's the target, he actually doesn't have to make the save. He just takes all the damage.
Huh?
It's just a regular attack.
If it
The people in
hits-
between have to make the save.
Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target. You're right. Okay, cool. Never mind then.
That sucks that I rolled in that 20 for him.
I know,
Oh,
right?
no.
And so
Waste that 20, DM.
sorry about that one, DM. And
You
then-
should be.
So my action, hold on a second here, that is with the javelin itself a 15 to hit with the physical javelin. I'm not sure if that strikes true.
Got it.
And so let me roll the lightning damage first, because I imagine that flies faster than a javelin.
It is the light.
Yeah, the javelin turns into the lightning.
Oh, no. Okay,
It's like
cool.
throwing a lightning bolt like a Zeus.
Well, because you miss with the javelin, still hit with the lightning. That's the thing. So the lightning
that's
happens.
right.
No, that does. It says the javelin is a magic weapon. When you hurl it and speak the command word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out from you within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, make a DC saving throw, taking 4d6 lightning damage and half as much. Oh, well, maybe it is that to hit him, because it says the lightning bolt turns back into a weapon. A
Right.
javelin.
Yeah, and then sticks into him.
Okay.
There aren't separate things.
But
then
they
it
still
does
take the lightning
Yeah,
damage.
it does still take the lightning.
Okay, well, either way, it's 20 lightning damage out of the gate. And then after that, it is
Javelin time.
javelin time of 11 damage, plus my rage damage of +3. So,
Word. I would say without the rage, you would not have gotten it. But as the javelin flies from your
I didn't
hands,
say I was raging when I did it. I kind of assumed that was implied.
I'll allow it.
Okay, cool.
It
sorry.
was a difference of
Retroactive rage.
That's fine. I would have raged.
That's fine. But in the process, you loose this lightning bolt, and it crackles and sparks straight through the trees, making a literal beeline straight towards the creature. As it does, it connects with its back with a crackoom as it connects. And you see the creature's form just go alight for a moment in a storm of electricity, and then it crumbles into this black ash, your javelin sticking out of it, leaving next to nothing behind.
Cool, except for some of Elduin's arrows, I imagine.
There's a couple.
Badass.
Now, we turn down.
For what?
Exactly.
Damn it.
Thank you, Eli.
Okay, so you find yourself now in the middle of the forest, well away from the village, but you find yourself victorious now.
I come upon this scene and I'm like, shit. I was
What?
hoping you'd keep him alive,
Oh, fuck,
or
sorry.
at least in a state that we might be able to make him alive again.
Was that the plan?
He wasn't
No,
alive
but
to
it was
begin
a
with.
thought that I had.
Fuck, sorry about that one.
It's okay.
You want to see if he has any stuff?
Yes, we're definitely doing that.
Okay, I want to
How much of his body is left?
See if he sees stuff.
Not a ton.
It's a pile of bones, a
You
little
hold
bit
him?
of rotted skin, some tattered pieces of clothing.
definitely get my javelin back, but kind of kick around the
Yeah.
remains.
Roll an investigation check to see.
I'll assist you with this one.
Non-natural 20.
Yeah. You find a few things burned now. What seemingly may have been components. By
Anything
Alright.
interesting?
Nothing. Nothing that sticks out really. Something like a bit of leather, and things like that. Really, not much. A piece of iron, a bit of leather. It doesn't seem to hold a lot with it, and everything else was tattered clothes from when it was alive. Once beautiful robes, now just pieces.
I didn't think Cassandra had people out here because of the dragon turtles and stuff. Who do you?
We
where
don't
the
know
fuck
that
do you
he was
think he's
after
at?
us. Maybe he was after the village.
You think
And
so?
we just showed up at the right time.
It seems kind of convenient.
That it does. It is concerning.
Where do you think he was going? There was nothing back there except for what we saw in the town.
Yes. Well, maybe the town was their destination.
Fuck, we better get back.
He didn't have any weapons or anything on him.
He had a staff, but it was just pretty simple, straightforward. He seemed to, all the spells come out of it, seemingly came out of his, just a cast from his hand, not from the staff itself.
Got it.
I'll pick it up anyways, just to.
Sure.
We should bring the rest of them back and see if the Archdruid can tell us anything about it.
I mean, he's mostly ash. You got like, I mean, shouldn't really put him in the bag of holding because it'll just be like fistfuls to get him out. Like, it won't. You got like
Well, maybe we should
a
just
smaller sack.
It's
let's just grab the big pieces.
just like the chunks.
Yeah.
The ones that aren't like super burned.
yes, maybe the.
Hey, look around. Can you find like a piece of his skull that's not blown up? That'll be. Oh, leg bone. There we go. That's a good one.
Good old trusty femur.
Yes, let's take all the big pieces. Maybe the Archdruid can use them to find out something.
Yeah. It's pretty badass, anyways. That was a fucking awesome. Like, we're really far away. That was pretty badass.
Yes, but
You got
I'm
us,
afraid
like-
now we're gonna have to walk back.
I mean, it walked
Can't
here.
do it again.
Fine.
Not unless we take a small rest.
Yeah, whatever. We earned it. Just hang out for a minute.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Just kind of post up next
It
to
would
the...
be like the
Pull out
same
my water
time,
skin,
right?
like-
You know,
We'll see
by
you
the
guys in
time
half
you walk
hours,
back,
so-
Yeah, I was gonna say by the time we walk back, might not be much of a difference.
Yeah. So, drink a little bit. Kinda,
Drinking
we
in the
never just hang out
woods.
with the two of us. Like,
Yeah,
just
well,
bullshit. Just shoot the breeze,
hasn't been much opportunity.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna kind of post up.
Sure.
Post battle.
For now.
Sure.
Take a break.
Take a break now?
Take our
Yeah,
thing.
I'm into
Okay.
it. Let's do it.
Okay. As Grimtuck and Amelia take their moment to relax, we pan back to the village to see people mending wounds, healing people. Elduin,
Yeah, I would like to use my healer's kit to heal.
anyone you find, you do. You wrap wounds. You clean anything there. You bandage. You set splints and things for broken items. Do any of you else do any? Do any of the others do anything?
I use lay on hands to heal people.
Okay. How much do you use?
49 points.
Got it. Feeling up.
And I would like to investigate the corpses of the caster undead folk.
Certainly. And yeah. What'd you get?
I rolled a 17.
Oh, good. So as you do, you look over them, you see a few things. You see this exceptionally desiccated corpse, which gives you very little to go on from just other than it being a humanoid of some kind. Though their staff seems mildly useless to you. The bits of robe and clothing that they wear, vines seem to curl down at this beautiful emerald green. It almost looks elvish in make, or at least it did before it had gone to the ages.
There's no sign of corruption, like outwardly.
Minus the fact that there were undead creatures crawling around.
Well, like outside of is there something else that
Basically drove these elves to raise from the dead, I guess, maybe.
Nothing that you can tell just from searching the body.
But they are elven skeletons.
They seem to be, but it's hard. I guess you'd be able to see, like, again, they're not skeletons. They're desiccated corpses. They're, you would see,
Skeletons plus.
yeah, you would see like the kind of longer features, the thinner jaw, like strength, the kind of higher brow of an elf. You would be able to tell, especially you yourself, Elduin, seeing this. Otherwise, it does just kind of look like a human. No ears were left there, no nose, no anything. Their tongue dry and cracked in the mouth.
I would recognize the highbrow.
You would. I think there are a few key features that you would see, not only including the clothing too.
Fantastic.
Anything else you would all like to do before we kind of collaborate? No? Okay,
Come
then.
together.
No, Rain just kind of like walking around awkwardly, not knowing how to help because she doesn't heal anything. So like,
You see Emerald kind of run over to you, Rain, as he notices you. Do you mind helping me lift this thing out? He
yes,
points to one of those
I can
squishy
lift
grills.
things. Is a
Yeah,
thing I can do in this situation.
Put that up. Pick that up. Now put it back down. Pick it up.
I'll
again.
also direct her to like staunch the flow of blood and injured people if
Yeah,
she's
like
around. for
I will
direction.
like literally just kind of like awkwardly, help bandage people, and it's something I've never really done before. But like I'll make my best attempt.
You can heal people too!
I'll make my best attempt at helping the people, healing the people.
And Rain's heart
Pretty
grew
much.
3 sizes that day.
No, it didn't. Shut up.
It was fatal.
Demisius did.
I mean, usually is if your heart grows, can be good.
You need to cut out the
Especially if
processed
it,
foods.
yeah, especially if it breaks through the kind of metal lining.
There were no survivors.
Anyways, we pan back to Amelia and Grimtuck, who are still deep within the forest, a good distance away. But you have taken your time and rested. Doing a short rest, you find yourself revitalized.
Grimtuck just was talking to you about stories about his scars. At one point in time, just be like, so I was wondering, because I know that you remember a lot of stuff. Do you have any scars? That might tell a story.
Not really.
None?
No, I've always kind of been inherently able to help heal people, so it normally helps a lot with that.
None? What? That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. That's really...
I mean, at least as far as I can remember. And I haven't seen any on me.
Do you have a belly button?
Lifts up her shirt.
The answer is yes.
Oh, that's kind of a scar. I was just... Never mind. Well, it just kind of puts an arm on your shoulder and it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, but maybe you'll get scars by the end of this. And I just can't imagine living that way.
Things keep going the way they have been since I've met you all. It's a definite possibility.
That's the attitude. Yeah. It's that kind of positivity that's going to pull us through.
God damn it.
She does the same thing. She just kind of shakes her head. Slightly smiles.
Weird. You guys start making your way back.
Yeah, as I
He's
feel
a
like
Labrador.
I like just how positive Grimtuck is.
I know.
Somehow in your eyes a puppy.
No, a goofy, full-grown dog.
There's a difference.
as I feel like it's getting close to time, I would gather our things and tell Grimtuck to come on and start walking. And once we get a little bit out, I'm just gonna put my hand on his arm and make the circle, and we just continue walking through it.
In a moment, in a flash, you appear right back into the village. You find yourself as everyone's rushing around. You see the Archdruid leading his people, showing them where to go and how to help.
Every time he runs by, just try and hand it, be like, wait, we got these things. Fuck.
You do see your companions around, helping, mending, and cleaning the area.
Where should we put our bone pile?
Did we just bring the bones?
Yeah, we
didn't
just
put them in a bag.
brought them.
No.
Well, no, I knew we brought them. I couldn't remember. Like, armful of bones.
Just carrying them. At this point.
Grimtuck's got the femur in his mouth.
Just have them.
I'm just gonna like nod my head and like basically like, all right, come on, and I'm gonna lead Grimtuck into the longhouse.
Cool.
Okay.
Follow.
It doesn't take very long. Probably maybe an hour into this whole situation of cleaning and healing, and you have now once again kind of all collected yourselves into the longhouse. The Archdruid, who is now stands alone, as his council seemingly had disappeared wherever the other people in the tribe did as well. He stands there in front of you all and looks down, and with a somber kind of look to his eye, he goes, "Thank you. I do not know what we would have done without you. I am concerned that I am powerful, and so are my people. But if they had gotten the drop on us, if they had caught us by surprise as they did, without the strength that you have all brought into our village, we may not have survived."
We've brought something for you.
Just hold out. Armful of bones.
Thank you. Is this the creature that ran?
It was.
I'll just lay him at his feet.
I am glad to know that he did not make it away. I was worried that if we found him elusive, he may have returned with a greater force.
Do you know who these creatures are or why they attacked?
I know of their kind, but these ones specifically I do not. They are, what is the term? In your land, whites, I believe. Resurrected dead, brought back between hate and anguish. Ones despising the living. I do not know where they found themselves so many companions of such an ilk, but it is a terrible meeting that we had. We lost many, but I was able, with your help, to save many more. They have have all scattered to the other villages. They hold themselves safe now.
Do you know where these things may have come from?
He kind of looks at you, thinks for a moment.
In particular, I do not, but if you look, their decoration seems to call that they may have risen from crypts we may not have found, scattered throughout the lands. Elves.
He kind of looks at the two elf and half-elf in the room.
They are children of Corellin.
Elves once lived and prospered here. They have since fallen and dispersed, but their dead has been buried all throughout the forests.
What can you tell me about this elven people?
Ancient, long-lived, as you know. They used this land, brought it to its full glory at one point. We only now live in the ruins of their civilization.
And are they wholly gone? We are a very long-lived race.
The ones who lived here, if their descendants do live, they have dispersed to the wind.
I see.
They certainly do not find themselves in our ilk. I would say that you may find elves with us, but not of the same, not of that, what is the word, empire?
Mm-hmm.
No, the ones who once lived here are long since gone.
Have you come across any artifacts, any diagrams, any more information about them?
If we have left them in place. We do not disturb the land. The ruins that live here are part of it, just as we are.
I appreciate your reverence.
Of course. We are protected as much as we protect the land itself. You all came calling for Elwyn.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
He equally protects us as we protect him, so we maintain the glade. We maintain the forest around it.
Why did he not appear to aid you in battle if he protects your people?
It is his to protect his lair, his space. It is our job to keep what cannot get to such a holy place out. He is not our god, our deity. He is a being just like us.
Oh, who is your deity? Who do you worship?
DM pulling out the books.
God damn it, dude. Every time with you.
I'm a collector of knowledges.
Yeah, you should know the knowledge.
Druids are
People of nature worship a variety of gods. I wield a weapon dedicated to one such god of nature. Some view him evil.
And some worship nature itself. My people do.
Yes, I have encountered many cultures that worship various nature deities. I'm merely curious as to whom.
We worship a waterfall plunging into a still pool. A goddess who believes that anger and destruction be not part of her name. We have no name for her, though. We just know who she is.
Does that sound familiar to me
Roll a religion
in
check.
my associations?
Yeah, roll a religion check.
Is it familiar to me?
Y'all can roll as much
Non-natural 20.
religion. Yes, Eldath.
Eldath.
Got us a piece.
No, I don't know.
You know her symbol is literally a waterfall into a pristine pool.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar.
I believe those from our shores would call her Eldath.
Eldath.
I can make a joke. But now, I believe I can make the decision for the council, as we had not fully chosen whether or not to let you pass and let you into the glade. I believe you have proven yourself to be at least good and just.
How far is it to the glade?
He actually takes a moment and you see his hand swipe, kind of steps down off of the pedestal or the stage he stood on to between all of you. And he moves his hands as he casts, as he druid casts, this almost mushroom pops out of the ground. And on top of it, sprigs kind of start to grow out and it forms a map.
Sick. I'm writing furiously.
It forms this map. He goes, we sit on the southernmost point in the villages. In the very center sits Elwyn's Glade. You could make it there in about, a day. One rise of the sun and to high noon's time. It'll take a bit, but you have free pass to go through. No one of my people will stop you.
Any other people that we should know about? Any other dangers that lurk between us here and the glade?
Without the resurgence of anything undead, as you have seen, all that sets in between, it lives in harmony. Animals shall not attack you. And once you make it to the glade, it is almost exclusively his domain.
Do you know why these creatures came attacking your village?
Ours, and specifically, no. I do not.
Have they attacked others?
It did not seem so. It seems ours was a lone attack for now, but have you felt the change upon the wind? Have you felt the cold? It is now, just into the falling of the leaves. We are well and far away from the coldness of the snow, and yet our people shiver at night.
Have any of these attacks happened before? Do they happen often?
This is the first in Elm Deep. We have heard tell of attacks at other points in the villages, and our hunters have been attacked at times. But this seems oddly directed. It seems as though it had a purpose. I do not know.
Maybe that purpose was us.
Maybe that purpose was to bring back food, or something worse if these creatures could deal in anything performing in the undeath or the unlife forms of magic.
I think we should make our way toward the glade
What time of day is it right now?
while there's still
The
light.
sooner the better.
It is about
Noon?
noon to 1 right now.
Okay.
So the sun is high.
And how far across? What's the distance of the map?
Yeah.
You're looking at about a day and a half travel to get to the very center of the glade from where you are.
So should we travel the half day camp and then travel?
Yeah.
If we are the reason, it's better we get away from here as soon as possible.
Yes.
Agreed.
I would not wish to.
Unless you have some form of magic that could get us there quicker.
At the moment, I do not. I would have to rest. I've used it all to save my people.
Well, I mean, do we want to rest here for the day? Help them?
I feel like we should probably get away from this village.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
It would be best.
If that had anything to do with us, we shouldn't be here much longer.
Agreed. On our way back through, if we
Damn
time
it.
permits, perhaps we can root out this evil or find its source, and Elduin can learn something of their history and perhaps do a good turn for these people.
I instead wish to offer you a good turn yourself, with you saving us. If you find yourself still here within the next 3 days, I would love to offer you a feast in your honor. It would take time to gather all of the tribes, but you have saved us. And if you find yourself still within the villages, you shall be celebrated.
I'm sure we can stop by on our way back.
Yeah, let's head there, head back.
How much would your powers expedite our travel?
I could definitely get you. It would cut about a day,
Train.
probably about half a day's worth of travel, being that I would have to rest till the next.
Save your powers for your people in case these things come back.
Yeah, let's,
Yes,
we can
that's
travel, just
more
agreed.
important. Seems like it would be about the same amount of time anyway.
But please, you have proven yourself to be friends, or at least trustworthy companions to the villages. Without your help, my village could have been doomed. So,
I do not speak for my compatriots, but I would call myself an ally.
well then, as allies, let us feast in the 3 day. As the sun rises upon the 3rd and sets, we shall celebrate this victory.
Hear, hear.
Here.
But we should be on our way.
Yes, quickly.
And he kind of points you straight to it. He uses the map and shows you the direction.
It is almost purely north from here. There's a large natural lake that blooms right at the glade. But once crossed, you will find the most preserved of the ruins we speak of. And there, that is where Elduin holds his lair.
Thank you again for your hospitality. We must be going.
Indeed. Thank you. And Metolius calls out to his magic elk friend Varys, and we...
Might we rest for 45 minutes, an hour or so, just to regain and get off of our feet for a few moments before we hit the road again?
You may rest as long as you wish.
You want
Would
to
this count as a short rest this time where we gather back in the longhouse? Or part of a short rest?
I mean, you're all kind of discussing and talking. I can see that.
Sure. Resting it up.
We'll take an extra 30 minutes to complete what wasn't done during the talking.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
I figure it's all kind of sort of a wash
Sure.
in the day.
Do we have our own space? Has he gone back to tend to his people?
He seems to disappear into the right portion of the longhouse.
Are there still people around in the longhouse?
There are still people around.
Oh, never mind then. Just kind of twiddle my thumbs and wait.
Okay.
You got some secrets to tell?
Metolius will bind his wounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say at this point, Emerald does show up as well.
I'm gonna wax my bowstring and
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
In front of everybody. Rude.
that's how I do it.
Whoa.
It's the elven way.
9 plus 6.
Where are
hit dice on D&D Beyond.
Okay, Sam.
Not a sponsor.
No. Be nice. You know, if you're not busy.
Give us a call.
You know.
D&D Beyond.
Call your mother.
Call your mother. Where's your D&D Beyond?
Oh God. Yeah. I'm ready whenever you are. You all are.
All right, so completing a short rest.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I was going to say while you're completing your short rest, Emerald comes in after helping outside with everyone and goes, I believe this is where we part ways for now. I must continue north. And I have very specific ways to travel that way, so I do not believe we'll be traveling along the same path. But it has been...
Any words of wisdom if we are to follow any...
Once you get to the glade, do not try to light a torch. It will not work.
No, I mean to your people's homes. I imagine we'll be...
If you make it that far, look for the hanging tree.
The hanging tree.
Yes, you'll find it.
Okay.
As that happens and Amelia stands up and starts to gather her things, her eyes flash white and everybody gains 10 temporary hit points.
Gaboom.
Skadoosh.
Emerald 2?
Yep.
Yeah. Feels great. Didn't actually lose the last 10, so it really doesn't get anything. It's not like it doesn't stack, so.
Nope.
That's fine.
The first one goes away, the second one comes
Yeah.
back. It's like, oh yeah, I feel great, thank you. But it has been a pleasure. Hopefully we will see each other again soon.
I hope so.
And he kind of throws his bow over his shoulder. It's like, I am off. God's be speed. And
The gods, the speedy.
Good journeys to you as well, Emerald.
And yeah, he disappears.
Just like that.
This is gone. You just
Puff
see
of smoke and
Yeah, I was
done.
gonna
What
say
if
you
he
see
was
an
never
emerald-shaped
real
puff
all
of
along?
smoke,
Yeah.
and then you just see as the flaps of the tent just like.
Yeah.
Okay. So after a short rest,
Get the fuck out.
yeah, you leave. You find that people start to kind of make their way back to their homes. Not any of the ones that disappeared, but the ones that were still here. As the bodies are now cleaned up and left to burn, all of the damage seems to be starting to be mended and fixed. The people around seem to be making their way to somewhat back to figuring out what is going on even. But
Some form of normalcy.
I was going to say that, but I was like, But yeah, some form of normalcy. But you decide to move forward, going north. You trek ahead, and you find yourself now out of the village, out back into the wilderness. As a few trees do dot the landscape within the village, it becomes much thicker foliage as you leave. Boulders, rocks.
As we're traveling, occasionally I'll go up into the treetops to like get a higher viewpoint and see if I can see anything. Like,
Sure.
if there's thicker foliage, maybe I won't be able to see through the treetops, but get a higher perspective.
Sure, you can roll me a perception check.
Sure.
Teak is going to be out and about doing his Teak thing.
Doing that teak thing.
11.
11.
Yeah.
It's hard to see. Again, the forest is thicker here, and you notice that at the very edges of your vision, it seems to kind of drop off for some reason. You see the treetops disappear, as though
And
the elevation seems to lower.
Okay, so I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Past that. Okay.
I feel like maybe there's no fucking way that was just bad luck.
No.
Yes, we were talking while we were gone. Grimtuck brought up a good point. What if it was the Edelwines that sent them after us?
If it's up to me, I'm not going back for any feast because I feel like those people would never desecrate a tomb or a corpse or defile this land, so why would those creatures come for them? I think they were coming for us.
Redcaps are Fae. Fae are capricious. We do not know what it is that they want.
What about the other things?
I cannot speak for them. But if they are in the league with forces of destruction and chaos, then who knows?
There was nothing about those bodies that tied them to the Edelwines. And yes, Redcaps care only for slaughter and mayhem and to whet their appetite for destruction.
But the undead had some type of purpose. And you heard him, the elder, say that they don't open tombs or defile corpses, or they're not the type to defile the land. What would cause those spirits to need vengeance against them?
Sometimes old structures crumble and decay, and things are allowed to wander free through the process of rot and time. It's entirely possible a sealed crypt could have crumbled, and in these creatures that have been sealed away were allowed to walk the forest once again. Their behavior concerns me. Elves are children of the land, and I can't see a reason why one set of children would attack the other.
Exactly. That's why I think it's not a coincidence.
It is almost assured that those elves were not under their own volition.
They
would
were not?
have done that. It is incomprehensible that they would not. Elves would not do that.
Or maybe they're stirred by what we carry.
They seem to act of their own accord, as far as I could tell.
Their reanimated accord.
But they were intelligent. They weren't mindless.
There are powerful magics that exist in the land. Elves would not do this. Unless...
I'm just as concerned as the rest of you. Their determination and direct motive, I guess.
Perhaps some outside force has twisted them to their own ends, but...
The one Amelia and I chased down was smart enough to want to keep itself alive. It wasn't like the other whites that we fought, or skeletons, or creatures that just mindlessly kill.
But if they were after us, I have to think there would be less indiscriminate slaughter.
Well, there's nothing in that village to steal, or to feast upon. They're people of the land.
But if I were the Edelwines, I would be trying to kill those who got away or capture them. Like they almost it was almost.
They certainly tried. I was restrained for the majority of that scuffle.
I worry that the Edelwines
Grimtuck was not in his own sorts.
That they wouldn't have concern enough for others to bother specifically targeting us rather than an area we're in, if that makes sense. Like, if
they were truly intelligent creatures, Rain brings up a good point. Why would they not attack us before we reached a village of potential allies?
Perhaps it's a show of force, to show what happens when we make allies.
Perhaps that was just the soonest they could reach us.
But also,
perhaps they're trying to throw us off the trail.
All of their tactics so far have just been a wave of chaos. They don't use subtlety. They use fire giants and occupations, and they overrun forces, and they eat everything in front of them. Never once have they shown themselves to be a dagger in the dark. The Edelwines are a forest fire.
But what of that dexterous associate of Cassandra?
He came for us in an open field.
Yes, but he
It was
was
planned.
more
He
an
knew
act
where
of
we
subtlety.
True.
He tracked
But-
us. He hunted us.
That's true. But
And you don't hunt a
if-
man.
But if, I mean, yes, the other ones might be after us, but if they're also trying to control this land, then why would it hurt them instilling a sense of fear?
It
Like-
wouldn't, as they seem to be rulers by fear, but
Like, you know, two birds with one stone.
seems like a
agree.
waste of resources to not target us directly.
For one driven by faith, your lack of faith in this case is odd, Metolius.
Faith and fate are different.
I don't follow.
I don't think we were. I don't think it was. I don't think they were coming for us. I think it was just indiscriminate slaughter. I've seen indiscriminate slaughter. I've seen tribes of Utgard decimate whole villages.
That's different. They follow a worthless god for battle for no reason other than to glorify one another. This is undead.
So what I think is that whether it was indiscriminate slaughter or not, it's probably safer to assume that they were targeting us.
Agreed.
Like, there's no reason to not assume that.
Maybe so.
Like,
I am
Safer for us, not for the village, to be clear. If they are targeting the village would technically be safer with us there.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Perhaps on the way back we can, as I said, root them out and find these ruins and find
Yes.
these creatures. And
Yes, we could surveil a bit. We should definitely take heed of our surroundings while we are traveling to make sure that there are no ambushes. But when we return, perhaps we reconnoiter a bit before we just walk through the entrance. Just to make sure that everything's on the up and up.
Rain, you feel
That
comfortable
sounds
with
fine.
that?
Yeah.
Sounds fine
Yeah.
to me.
Absolutely.
As you continue walking towards, I'd love you all to make a perception check for me.
Oh, fuck
Of the
you.
visual variety.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I assume that whole conversation was taking
5.
place
Yeah,
while,
while
we
you're
were
walking.
traveling.
Yeah, yeah.
5 for Rain.
8 for Grim
Well, that's what you get for rolling a low.
9 for Elduin.
Amelia got a 17.
Hey, somebody's got eyes open.
Metolius got a 20,
I was just gonna say, what about Teak?
Sure.
22 for Metolius.
Wait, I think he has advantage for visuals as well.
Because he's an owl.
He's an
The
owl.
best familiar.
Yeah, perception advantage for
OP
hearing and sight.
familiar.
Oh, that was
OP.
that was a 14. That's a 15. 15.
For the first time, Teak
15?
sees the arrow that takes him down.
Oh.
No. Funny, but no.
Shady
like-
in this forest.
I don't like you.
No.
Familiars. Apparently, Raza's second favorite enemy.
They're an appetizer.
prey,
They're like
yeah.
garnish.
They're the parsley.
No, it's like an olive because he enjoys sticking arrows in them.
Heyo. No, what specifically Amelia, Metolius, and Teak notice is that around you, keeping a distance, but still within sight, you see animals, other stag, bear here and there, following you, keeping, I wouldn't say keeping an eye, but certainly keeping pace here and there, dispersing off every once in a while, but another kind of makes tracks towards you and stays at a decent distance but keeps pace with the group every once in a while.
Is this familiar to me? In my time with the unicorns? This behavior?
Roll me a nature check.
That's pretty good. Non-natural 20.
I'm gonna nature it up on this one if I can.
You didn't see them though.
Oh, I thought I saw them as well.
No, you rolled a what? An 8?
Oh, I rolled really low. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You did not see them.
I didn't know this was related to that.
Missed that part.
I would say you have an inkling that this could be something around the unicorns itself.
Amelia's just gonna turn to whoever she's walking next to and say, "Do you see that?"
Let's say you're walking next to Grimtuck, and
I
you
didn't
point
see
out.
anything.
Well, I figure.
And I kind of point out a couple of them, and I say, "These animals, they seem to be watching us."
This land belongs to them. This is
I think Metolius would be
Familiar?
like sort of in the front, like, you know,
It does belong to them, but they're following us.
trailblazing.
I don't think they mean us harm. I think we're interlopers here.
That is definitely true.
I've seen something similar to this before, but never quite like this.
If Elwyn is king of this forest, then these are his subjects, so to speak. As long as we are kind to the land and its inhabitants, they will be kind to us.
Over the course of this conversation and the walk continues, you don't see them ever getting closer than they are right now, which is a good 20, 30 feet off. But there always seems to be something just at the edge of your vision. Be it a squirrel, a bear, a deer, or something
Birds,
small.
probably.
Lots of things. Many things. Always just at the edge. But around now, you notice that the light seems to die out as night begins to fall. And would you like to all camp here? Do you want to
Camp?
continue?
Camp?
Yeah.
I'm cool with camping.
I mean, this is
You've
my
now made
type
it
of place
about-
to camp. This is great.
Halfway towards the glade. So you're just at that half point.
No fires.
How about a hut?
A hut is acceptable.
I would like to
no
begin the
fires.
ritual casting of Leomund's tiny hut.
Okay. You do that. Takes 10 minutes, give or take. And within that, you just...
Tonight I will make it a let's make it a midnight blue tonight.
Nice.
Let's really blend in.
Yeah, hell yeah, it does. So yeah, you don't let a fight or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Guts to say then they know.
Yeah.
Well, then let us call for watches.
Grimtuck will take first watch. He's gonna sleep out under the stars if there's any other open space around.
Okay.
Metolius will take the second watch.
I'm just gonna be awake.
Except for your 4-hour... Got it. Rainer, Amelia, last watch?
I'll take last watch.
I mean, I think
Maybe-
Amelia has all the watches.
Yeah, Amelia has
I'm-
everyone.
You don't know that.
Her watch never ends.
You don't
But it would be really convenient if she told us that, then we wouldn't
Sure.
have to worry about
But
this.
she hasn't.
I know. And she values her privacy.
While I'm awake, I'm gonna be fiddling with my maps. You know, drawing, erasing, drawing again, adding more detail.
Okay. So, first watch comes around.
As
With our
everybody's
elf,
going
you
to
actually
bed,
don't have to take a watch if you don't want.
What?
With our elf, you don't have to take a watch if you don't want.
No, I want to take a watch.
Okay.
as everybody's getting ready to go to bed,
Group
Amelia
watch.
kind of like walks about 20 feet away from Elduin's hut and starts the ritual for her own.
Got it. What color are you making yours?
Same. I'm just gonna make it like whatever would blend into the area.
Got it.
Camo hut.
I was just thinking.
I don't
like,
say
if you
anything to anybody.
Startle a deer and it just runs headlong into your fucking camo hut. Bonk.
Amelia, where are you going?
I'm getting ready for the evening.
You don't want to stay in this hut?
I just figured I'd allow for more room.
Okay. Well,
And she just sits down and does the same ritual that Elduin did.
have a good night.
Are you choosing that only you can go in it?
I did not say that.
I know. I'm just making assumptions. I know. Okay.
I don't say anything about it, but there's the option.
There it is.
I'm gonna go stay in Amelia's hut.
Okay.
So my hut springs up.
Yeah.
If that's an
It's our
option.
second tent.
We have a boys' tent and a girls' tent now.
Oh, man.
So the hut springs up.
Delightful.
And Rain, whenever you enter into it, you would find Amelia sitting there in her true form.
Ooh.
Which you've all seen.
Yeah.
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 But this whole time I've been like the darker skin,
Yeah.
brown hair.
Mask on, mask off.
Off.
Mask on. Mask off. Okay,
Yeah, I'd go hang out in Amelia's tent.
got it.
Yeah, so when you walk in, Amelia's just kind of like sitting in the middle. She's just like taking her pack off and like getting comfortable.
Mind if I hang out in here with you?
No, that's absolutely fine.
I hand Amelia a flask.
Got it.
Thank you. And she knocks a couple sips back.
I take it back. I do too.
Mm-hmm. Word.
And I settle in, take off my pack, get comfortable.
Sweet. As Rain kicks up her feet, and Amelia starts, I'm guessing, you doing your usual.
Yeah, I just like get comfortable and like find a good place to lounge and kind of pull out my book and
Okay.
read through it. Keep an eye on the surroundings. She's
Yeah.
super paranoid, so she's definitely like checking around everywhere all the
Got it.
time.
So let's start watches then. Are the boys doing anything specific before watches begin? No fire, so
Oh wait, actually, if I don't have to take a watch and I'm staying in Amelia's tent, then maybe I won't take a watch then. So you guys don't have to come wake me up in the other tent. If that,
True.
yeah.
just
And technically, you have your own private watch, unbeknownst to your character.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, by all rights, Amelia lounging could look like she's sleeping.
No, I get it.
You're just looking really intently at the back of your eyelids.
No, I'm definitely like
I'm
keeping
just
an eye
as
on
a
the
player
surroundings, like I said.
realizing all the
Especially after that
subtle
attack, she's
benefits of
paranoid
having
as
someone
shit
who
in this
never goes to
forest.
sleep.
Yeah.
Having two people effectively.
That's true.
So, if no one else is doing anything, we'll call first watch.
Okay.
Perception check.
It's not awful. It's never mind. That's a 6. It's not too great. It's an 11.
11.
Yeah, and Grimtuck, while he's out, because he's just under the stars, he's not in any hut. Because it's super
No
nice
hut
out
can
here.
contain Grimtuck.
It's just super nice out here. He wants to feel the breeze.
I would say, while
Isn't it
night
cold?
has fallen, you do notice that it is a bit colder than you expect for the time of year.
Perfectly fine. Mostly just sitting there, paying attention to the nature around him, and like occasionally pulling out the coin that Rain gave him and
Okay.
trying to do possibly little coin tricks.
No,
with
that
it.
you won from Rain. It's your,
No,
No? Okay.
the coin, the dragon coin.
oh, okay. I thought you. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No.
Okay, roll
Trying to
roll a performance check.
Performance?
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole time Grimtuck's out there by himself, Amelia's definitely like keeping an eye on him.
Got it.
It's a 4.
You drop the coin a few times. You're able to find it, but you're unable to, flip it through your
I
fingers.
got big fingers.
It happens.
It's not easy.
Trust me,
but
it's not.
kind of looking
Got big
around.
fingers.
Yeah,
Those
it's
big axe calloused hands.
Yeah, just trying to. Occasionally studying the coin itself and tries to like flip it and vanishes, but he's seen other people do it and it's
Word.
never been his strong suit. Yeah.
Okay, watch ends. Next watch. Metolius.
And then I'll just sleep under a tree.
Got it.
I cuddle with Varys out in the woods.
So, Eldoin's just
I'm the
going to be
only one
alone.
in my hut.
No, I mean, well, I come out for my watch and then I go back in.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Can't you look through the hut to the outside?
Yeah, but I get to snuggle my elk
Yeah.
under the stars.
I
And
mean,
he's
Randy,
big
I'll
and-
give you more
Your elk
room.
has the magical password
sounds
and is let into
lovely.
the hut.
I know, right?
That is delightful. Good to know. But I don't let him inside. He's not.
So-
He's not hut trained.
He's an exceptionally intelligent fey creature.
Yeah,
Not hut trained.
but can't
Not hut
control
trained.
his
No,
bowels.
He shits myself.
It's Varys, the one that runs into Amelia's hut. So you see Varys just like crumple against and then lands on the ground.
Shits.
Anyway,
Oh no. Let's back up. No. Doesn't do that. No, you get a very Princess Mononoke-esque scene of Metolius kind of leaning against his elk.
that's true. And then I just commune. Or
Commune and
not
lunch?
literally commune, but I
know
don't
what
cast
you
the spell commune. I just enjoy the night and sort of.
Jocking my style, bro.
Well, make your watch.
16.
Also, nothing really. You hear the sound of a few small animals kind of rustling through the woods, but nothing that piques your interest enough to follow it. More so, you just notice that they seem to make their presence known as they keep to the outskirts of whatever this campsite effectively is.
Can retcon a bit? Could we have gotten some furs or some stuff from the Druid peoples of Elm Deep?
Some furs? I mean,
possibly.
Sure. You have 3 furs altogether. I don't think they'd give you Yeah.
Sweet.
You're lying under some furs?
I'm just one, yeah.
Okay.
But if it's getting colder and we're going north,
You do notice a bit of your breath in the air, which is not totally surprising in the middle of the forest in the middle of the night, but yeah, it's definitely something to curl up with a nice warm elk.
Mm-hmm. After my watch, I awake Eldwin.
He was sorry. You see him come out of his trance like, I'm awake.
Or I, route. Oh, he can't leave though. So.
I can't. No, it's transparent from the inside, so I'm just going to be looking out and taking my watch from in here.
Okay.
One or
Yep.
two?
Was that?
1 or 2 watches.
I guess 2, if you're taking the whole thing.
I'm taking 2 more. So that would be a 17.
17.
And then the second one is a 12.
12. Both watches seemingly go without trouble or consequence. You too notice that the sounds of animals seem rustling through the underbrush around you. You even catch a glimpse of what seems to be a doe, no horns, but large enough to be bigger than a fawn. Stops for a moment, looks at you all throughout the campsite, and then continues upon her way.
I nod at it.
Through the... doesn't see it.
That's right.
I mean, I appreciate the gesture, though. It's nice.
Everyone's still getting used to this.
Yeah. I mean, I
What's
get
up? Oh, that deer dissed me. Oh, wait.
I guess they're not friendly over elk around here.
Have you guys noticed they're rude?
Amelia does not have to sleep.
That, as far as you know, that's not true, but
Right.
out of game, yeah. Amelia does not have to sleep.
So let's, can I wake up on the earlier side, having not had to take a watch?
Sure. I mean, you don't have to sleep 8 hours.
Yeah. So, I wake up. I wake up much
Okay.
earlier than I normally would.
Sounds good. I have something to do before people start waking up, so I'm going to do that first.
Okay, never mind then. Go ahead.
Well, you do your thing as soon as it gets to that time.
That's fine.
Amelia, while you're making your rounds of just looking around, are you doing anything else?
Well, I can't leave the hut,
Nope.
so just keeping a super paranoid eye on everything around me.
Okay. Roll perception checks for me. Roll 2.
2.
And then are you reading in your book at all?
I've kind of got it open and I'll just kind of peer into it and read maybe a page or something and then go back to scanning the area.
Okay.
So first one's going to be a 19.
Word.
Second one's a natural 1.
So upon that
So
first,
for 5 total.
upon that first one, you see something catch out of the corner of your eye high above you in the trees, and it makes you kind of look down towards your knees where the book sits to try to follow it, but you're unable to. But then, a moment later, as your eyes catch the book, a bright flash just erupts out of it, and it strikes you blind for a moment. You're unable to see. You feel the book in your hands, and you feel the ground beneath your feet, but you don't know exactly where you are. The smells are now different. The sounds are different too, and as your vision starts coming back to you, a few things go past your eyes. You see a storm raging high in the mountains. Oh yeah.
Scribble frantically.
Right.
As you stand upon the rocks, the storm rages high above you. moment later, your body is cold as you feel yourself become weightless and suspended in water. Breath does not come to you, but is not necessary, as this bright glow seems to erupt out from in front of you as you hang far below the sea, far below the waves, far above the bottom of the ocean. Then, as your vision once again stirs, you find yourself on solid ground and a mountain moves in front of you. I will take it slow so you can write it down.
Okay.
Your body feels warm and hot, and everything becomes bright once again as fire is birthed from an egg.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a blinding light hits you, once again, nothing can be seen but the sound of wings flapping is heard all around. A sensation of warmth as you're held for a moment. Not restrained, but almost, I wouldn't say hugged, but just encapsulated by this feeling. Then, a moment later, your body is freezing cold. Your feet feel very, very frozen as they sink into snow. The winds whip, cutting into your skin. It's hard to see as the storm rages around you, blinding you, giving you very little sight beyond just a few feet. Above you, though, the moon sits high and bright as though a spotlight on a cloudy day. Moments pass, and then something large begins to move in front of the glow. The shade then takes over and is now eclipsing the moon, running down as now a familiar form, a gargantuan beast outlined in a milky glow, stands high above you. And a moment later, your book slams, bringing you back to the world. You sit there now, stunned. And Rain, you are awoken, but for a moment, as you hear Amelia's book slam just near you. Amelia, you find yourself back, a little dazed, but there, and out of whatever this was, unknowing what it was. But in front of you, inside your book, at the page you were set at, a brilliant red feather sits now as a bookmark.
I lift up the feather and I look to see if there's anything written in the book.
The book's pages are spells you cast, but the feather itself is odd. It feels warm. And again, Rain, I would say you wake up startled as the loud slam of Amelia's tome kind of echoes through the hut.
Wait, we can see outside from the hut, right?
Yes.
What's like the light at this point? Is it like
Pretty
daybreak?
dark.
It's still dark.
It's still dark.
Do I feel rested? Or do I feel like I've been woken up in the middle of sleep?
It feels like you've been waking up in the middle of sleep. This is not a restful moment.
in that case, I would kind of like maybe take a glance around, make sure everything was okay, but then probably like roll over and go back to bed.
I just you wouldn't even notice anything but Amelia's book closed. I don't even think you,
like I would look around because of the noise, but if everything was okay, I would just roll over and go back to bed.
Okay. You then take your second watch and see nothing from it. Just before daybreak, you wanted to wake up. And do what?
So, I wake up a little earlier than usual because I didn't have to do a watch. And Amelia, you're awake, like visually awake. I would go sit next to you, like kind of still waking up, kind of stretching.
This is in this moment, or when you're actually waking up?
Like when I'm actually waking up, like.
This is probably still a couple hours after that whole situation.
After that whole situation, yeah.
So I would say when you wake up, I have got my staff out and some leather cord, and I'm attaching a feather to the end of my staff.
I would sit down. I would like acknowledge the feather, but not necessarily like ask where you got it or anything. I would just like look at it, and I would sit down, and I think I would just pull out my flask again and take one more sip and offer it to you for a morning drink if you wanted.
Yeah, I would take a drink. I would kind of like take one hand and like hold the work that I'm working on and take the flask with the other one and take a drink so I don't like lose my place.
I would take it back. And I would just say, I have no fucking idea why I'm here.
You're not the only one, dear.
I got that feeling.
It's hard continuing on a journey that you don't know the destination. It's never easy.
I started this just running from an old life. And I find myself in a place where I'm doing things I would never do. I'm helping people. I don't know. It's like I'm looking for answers and I don't know what answers I'm looking for.
Well, at least you can remember your beginning. And at that point, she finishes up what she's doing and she like sets down the spool leather cord and she like holds up her staff and kind of like runs her finger through the now 5 feathers and says, "This is all I have."
You don't remember anything?
Like I said, I remember the beach. I remember the bird. And then I started to see you all.
Well, hopefully there's purpose to that. Hopefully there's purpose to this. But I'm just very out of my element.
There's got to be something. The signs are pointing to something.
You know, I didn't believe in destiny or any of that shit, but now I don't know. I feel like there's a reason I'm here and I don't know what it is. And in a way I'm comforted that you're kind of in the same boat.
There is a reason we're here. Like you said, I'm not sure what it is. But I was brought to you for a reason. And I keep finding more signs that we're at least on the right path.
I hand the flask back to Amelia one more time.
Amelia takes a little bit of a longer pull off of this one and hands it back. I'm being shown things that keep telling me that we're on the right path, but I still have no idea what it means.
You know, I think we're gonna find out.
This was the first time I've actually been shown the beast. Or at least what I think it was. And you see her vision kind of like trail off as she like loses herself in her thoughts. It's the only thing it could have been. That thing on the wall, on the mountain. There was snow everywhere.
And the snow everywhere kind of triggers like rain stream too.
yeah.
At first it was... There was an egg in a bright light and I felt warm and comfort. I felt like I was being told everything was going to be okay. And then suddenly I was in the storm. And something, that thing, blocked out the moon.
I don't know what it means, but I think it's why you found us. I think it's why I'm here. Like, I don't know, but I feel comforted in the fact that we found you and that all of us found each other.
I know that I was directed to you all for a reason. A reason I wasn't sure of. But for the first time since we've met, I feel like it is the reason that you are all here.
And like I put a hand on Amelia's shoulder, comfortingly.
I think at that point, as the camera pans back to you two sitting in the tiny hut, the break of day kind of busts through the
sun
tree
rises.
line. And as it does, and as the sunlight hits, you notice that the grounds are entirely frost-covered, including Grimtuck. And that's where we're going to end it. And we'll see y'all next time.
Oh.
Frosty Grim.
Frosty Grimtuck.
Frosty Grim.
Thanks for listening. Our next episode drops November 4th. Be sure to catch our live stream every other Wednesday at twitch.tv/theswordcastadventures. Also, check out our webpage for more information about our cast and characters, as well as our socials. You can also find us on Patreon, where for $5 a month, you can get episodes of yours truly dungeon mastering the dreaded Tomb of Annihilation module. And last but not least, tune in on November 8th for our 12-hour stream for charity, where we will be playing D&D for our 2-year anniversary.